It's strange. You can feel exhausted all day, then suddenly wide awake at 2 a.m., as if your brain has been waiting for the world to go quiet. You turn off the lights, you put your phone down, you close your eyes, and for a few seconds, everything feels calm. Then it starts. Random thoughts, old memories, things you forgot to do tomorrow, conversations from years ago. Tiny worries suddenly feel enormous in the dark, and suddenly, your mind feels louder than the entire room around you. So you check your phone one more time, just for a minute. One video, then another, and somehow, it's 2:47 a.m. Again, millions of people experience this every night. Not because they aren't tired, but because modern life has quietly changed the way the human brain experiences rest. Your body might be lying in bed, but your attention is still moving, scrolling, thinking, consuming, reacting. The brain never truly stops. And slowly, night stops feeling like rest. It starts feeling like mental survival. The human brain was never designed for constant stimulation, especially not at night. For most of human history, darkness meant something simple. The day was over. The world became quieter. And eventually, the mind became quieter too. But modern life destroyed that rhythm. Now the average person consumes more information in one day than people hundreds of years ago consumed in weeks. Notifications, short videos, messages, music, endless scrolling. Your nervous system never truly rests anymore. And the strange part is, constant stimulation doesn't relax the brain. It exhausts it. There's a difference. An exhausted brain is not always a calm brain. That's why so many people feel mentally drained while still feeling unable to sleep, because the brain stays alert long after the body gets tired. Every swipe gives the brain novelty. Every notification creates anticipation. Every short video trains your attention span to expect constant reward. And over time, silence starts feeling uncomfortable. Stillness feels unnatural. Your brain becomes so used to stimulation that quietness almost feels empty. That's why so many people reach for their phones the moment they can't sleep. Not because it helps, but because distraction feels easier than silence. There's another strange thing about modern sleep. Most people no longer enter sleep slowly. They crash into it mentally exhausted. Think about the average night now. You lie down in bed, but your brain is still moving at full speed. One last notification, one last video, one last scroll. You tell yourself you'll sleep in 5 minutes. But suddenly, 40 minutes disappear without you noticing. And the strangest part? Most people don't even remember what they watched, because it was never really about the content. It was about avoiding silence for a little longer. Underscore. Some people even check the time repeatedly during the night. 1:13, 2:41, 3:06, as if watching the clock somehow gives control back. But usually, it only creates more anxiety. The more desperately people try to force sleep, the more awake they become, because sleep doesn't respond well to pressure, and the brain becomes even more alert when it feels frustration. Underscore. But there's another reason nighttime feels emotionally different. During the day, your brain stays distracted. Work, people, noise, movement, screens, tasks. There's always something demanding your attention. But at night, most of those distractions disappear. And suddenly, There's nothing left between you and your own thoughts. Underscore, 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 underscore. That's why overthinking feels stronger in bed. Not because nighttime creates anxiety, but because silence reveals what distraction was hiding. Thoughts you ignored all day finally return. Small worries suddenly feel enormous. Loneliness feels heavier. Regret feels louder. Even simple memories can feel emotional after midnight. And maybe some people stay awake for another reason entirely. Because nighttime is the only part of the day that feels like it belongs to them. During the day, life feels controlled by responsibilities. Work, messages, expectations, constant attention. But late at night, the world finally slows down. And for a few quiet hours, people feel free, even if they're exhausted. Psychologists sometimes call this revenge bedtime procrastination. The feeling that staying awake late somehow gives people back control over their time, even when it hurts them the next morning. And maybe that's why so many people delay sleep without understanding why. Not because they hate sleeping, but because they miss feeling mentally present in their own lives. Maybe your brain isn't broken. Maybe it's simply overloaded. Too much information, too much stimulation, too much noise, and not enough silence. Modern life taught people how to stay entertained constantly, but very few people still know how to be mentally still. And maybe that's why so many nights feel restless now, because your body is finally trying to sleep while your mind is still connected to the entire world. So every night, your brain keeps searching for something modern life rarely gives it anymore. Calm, real calm, not distraction, not scrolling, not noise, just stillness. And maybe that's why you're still awake.